Hey everybody, it's August 10th, 2025. Um, Growing up during my time, during my childhood, uh, the movie industry was really developing into something quite fantastic. The movies and the media that was coming out of the entertainment sector was it was enthralling. It captured the imagination of my generation and showed us things that made childhood and adolescence seem even more brighter and more favorable to all of us most of the time. And so, what that got me thinking of is my spiritual diet, and in terms of consuming and creating. Now, it would seem to be quite obvious to make the statement that creating is better than consuming, but we have energy requirements that require rest and require exercise and require healing and recuperation and require rising above our pain limits. So all those play a part in a healthy spiritual lifestyle style and spiritual life diet. And so you can't always say that consuming is wrong, and you can't always say that creating is right. But it's more nuanced than creating a balance between the two. A spiritual diet is being able to catch on in the correct window of time to do these certain things. If you could feel the energy waves of where your life is taking you, or where your life is at the current moment, you could kind of understand when it's time to sit back and enjoy consuming content that alleviates stress, that sparks thinking, or that just takes you away deep inside your mind. And then there are times when you know that you are being saturated with too much content, and you need to produce something that speaks of your unique expression of who you are, or what's on your mind, or what's on your spirit. So your spiritual diet isn't all about input or output. It's about being a witness to the current needs of your spirit and your life. And this goes far beyond just sitting and watching movies or playing video games or making music or playing a sport or participating in a job to gain money. It's more nuanced. It's more wider than that. I can say that creating more and not looking back is a great way out of the stagnation of depression, because it becomes an addiction to consume when we are depressed and we are in that low energy state. We consume trying to find comfort, but you're not releasing, you're not giving your point of view beyond expressing apathy or expressing suffering. You need to produce an output that tells your story, or that helps you rationalize your experience when you're depressed in that state, so that you can start to get a foothold to climb out. Now, when you are going through a boatload of stress and you are working, trying to fight your way out, and you're fighting, you keep on finding that you're finding enemies around every corner, you're finding challenges that keep on raining down upon you. This plays on your pride, especially for men. It plays on your pride to say that you can't stop now. If you give up now, then you are weak. You're unworthy of the position you have if you bow out and try to collect yourself. Now, yes, sometimes you have to fight past the limits. Sometimes you have to fight past your comfort zone, but other times you have to collect in order to come back and fight more precisely, more wisely. And so bowing out for a moment or two relative to the situation gives you the power to recuperate and to think clearly without so many distractions that are just pulling you in all directions. So consuming and creating and producing and relaxing all have their places in the correct moments of our life. But there is a blessing with the joy of creation. Because I remember when I was younger and I first started trying to write fiction, I felt free at first, but then I got bogged down by like ideas of me not being good enough at what I do and not being able to match up to the other more experienced writers. And that didn't stop me, thank goodness it didn't stop me, but those kind of thoughts could hinder creation. And when you get to the point where creation is just an expression of joy, that you are able to put something out of your own spirit, of your own inner reality into the world, and just have joy doing it instead of worrying about skill level, is a blessing, and it's a sign that you were meant to create, and your creation will evolve, and you will be rich in spirit with the gifts of creating and showing your take on your slice of life. So, like I said before, seeing the window and knowing which side you should partake in is a skill and is a attribute that really helps along the walk of life. So I hope this helps. Thanks.